Welcome to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation for the finale of Week 9 in the Arenalacrosseleague with a matchup between the defending champion Toronto Monarchs and the Six Nations Snipers. Hello again, lacrosse fans. Lance Winter working alongside JVI Productions. As always, starting goalies for today's game for the Monarchs. It'll be Craig Wendy. Comes in with a 3-2 record. His goals against 12.87. And for the Snipers, Dustin Hill gets the call, 0-2. 15.47 his goals against. He gets the call between the pipes. Head coaches for Toronto, it's Bobby DeBrone. And the head coach for the Six Nations Snipers is Darcy Powless. Officials for today's game, Joel Furman is the crew chief. He's joined by Mac Daddy Abbott and Seb Bedoin. And as we get underway here, of course, these two teams come in with different records as Patrick Thompson off the draw. He'll curl out. Toronto will set it up. The Monarchs 3-7 coming off a loss last week after putting together a win the week before that. The Snipers riding a 7-game losing streak, and things aren't going to get any easier today as the best Toronto lineup will take the carpet here today. Vredenberg with a good hesitation move, goes to the far side. Wendy steers that clear of the net, and it's picked up. Snipers now will go to work on offense. Sid Powless out there, working one-on-one, and best chance you'd have to figure for these Snipers who play well against Toronto is the transition game, and that's what they do, and a great crease dive attempt, but to no avail by Wes Whitlow, and Toronto now will counter the other way, back in the lineup, playoff MVP for the defending champions in Joel Taylor, who's got the ball right now, and I tell you, he is a handful to say the least. Jordan Dance out there as well. Portelli throw in, and that one loose. Nick Miller in the mix as well, and now in transition, here come the Snipers. Tatum Sky, he's going to go to the bounce shot, stopped by Wendy, who lays on that ball, and possession will go up the other way. So it was a busy week, of course, 3 games already in the books as Henry Follows looked to shed a defender. Travis Stott stayed right on him, dumps it back down, and to work of the Monarchs on the cross-court skip. Parker Pfeiffer, one of the Fife dog crew, he's stopped on that crease dive attempt, and the Snipers will bring it back the other way. It's Hill. He'll cut back in, go to the shot, stopped by Wendy. Rebound picked up, good job by the Monarchs. Aaron Walker flips it ahead, and thinking better of it, and on the reflip was Monroe. They'll set up the offense now, down on the corner with Jordan Dance. Dance trying to spin by a defender, can't, kicks it back out to Taylor. Joel Taylor, watch him, he's deadly inside that dotted half circle, swim his way in, dumps it off, looking for Portelli. Dusty Hill got a piece of it, rebound Dance, he'll stop that. And a good outlet pass will send away Hess. Hess will think better of it. And a good decision by Riley Hess. Ty Argent now. Keep an eye on him, one of the Snipers for the Six Nations team, as he'll wait for some help. And they'll work it on that right side. Taken down and out of the play was Miller, and good defense. Monarchs on the run. It's Ethier. Wrong stick side, so he'll think better of it. Pull up, find a trailer. That pass behind. So back the other way is Argent. We're under 12 minutes to go here, opening quarter, still looking for our first goal. Powless down, Argent off the post. Had Wendy on his knees, but couldn't beat the iron. Sid Powless now will reset the offense. Half boards left side, looking for something. They'll work it to the right. Whitlow sheds one, lets it go. Too much bounce, wide of the mark. That's going to go over the timeline, and it'll be Parker Pfeiffer that jumps on. He's got Thompson with him. Pfeiffer, he lets it go. Good save, Dusty Hill. Rebound, Stotts has a beat on it, has a man with him. Good flip up. Speedy Mitch Zulian. And he goes far side, robbed by Wendy. So point blank, goaltender standing tall here in this first quarter. Stotts with his man pinned, and bit of panic there and put it in the gondola. Looked like Mason Kaminga. Not often you see him get beat up like that, and the Snipers now go back to work on offense. Whitlow at the top. They'll work it around interchange on that right side. Bouncer wide of the mark. Rebound loose. Good job to run under it is Con General. The General rolls off one, lets it go, stopped by Wendy. Rebound picked up by Brett Stoller. Stoller's going to keep it, weave through a couple, and look to move it up, and he does to D'Amico. Rest of the offense will filter out there. Portelli one-on-one. Thinks better of it against McLaughlin. Good defense there, and Follows now will look to work it on that left side. Give and go. Follows, stopped by Dusty Hill. And there's going to be a late hit call here, so I think we're going to get an illegal cross-check call. And it's going to go against the Six Nations Snipers and give the Toronto Monarchs their first power play opportunity of the game. Come in working at a 43% efficiency rate. Snipers have killed off 37% of their penalties. Each of these two teams come in averaging just over 12 goals a game. We're under 10.5 to go here, so here's the chance now to open a scoring. Dances at the top. He's got Pfeiffer on the right side. That one with Tanner Bucks on the left with Henry Follows. Follows does a good job there. Kick it back out, no reset. Dance shot, stopped by Dusty Hill. He rolls on that, and Mike McLaughlin now is going to be tasked with getting it up. Gets it to Ben Wittich. Good pass to Whitlow, and they're in the offensive end. They'll look to burn some clock. 1.5 left in the penalty, and Argent will go for a bit of a run. Harassed briefly by Portelli, but no matter. Now Sid Palace. 6 on the shot clock. Argent going to go one-on-one, gets wrapped up. Argent, he's tricky. Keep an eye out. He's going to go behind. He'll just leave it. And a good job by Ty Argent with just over a minute left now in the Toronto power play. So Dance out there with Pfeiffer, Buck, and Follows, and trailing late is Portelli. No look pass, and Pfeiffer couldn't handle it. Good job defensively by the Snipers as they'll move it up. Doing a good job in transition, Six Nations, as they continue to keep Toronto on the toes. Good save, Wendy, scooped up. And back the other way go the Monarchs. So the goaltending has been stellar so far, and both these two teams with quality opportunities haven't been able to find the back of the net. Portelli will wait. The Dancer swings it around. Buck stops here. Kickoff. Fife Dog, point blank, stopped by Dusty Hill. Wittich had a beat on it, couldn't get it, scooped up, lost it. Dance, and that's going to be a high stick as Dance took that one right square, and definitely not on purpose by Ty Khan, but he will spend some time in the penalty box. The first penalty over, so the Snipers have done a good job, and Dance rings that off the iron, and the Snipers will finally touch it, and the Monarchs will go back to work with their second power play opportunity of the game, 0 for 1. Just in case you missed it, Friday night, Brampton over Ohsweken, 16-12, the final there, in a battle of the top 4 teams. Yesterday in Oshawa, Whitby over Peterborough, 16-8, and it was the Oshawa Outlaws beating the Paris River Wolves 14-10 in one heck of a game. Back to work with a man advantage go the Monarchs. Pfeiffer and Dance tried the two-man game. Wittich got great speed. He's going to hustle. Dance does a good job to knock it over. Get some help. Pfeiffer, 10 on the shot clock. Got to go to work. Dance goes to the underhand, scooped up, and a good job by Riley Ford as they'll reset the offense now with 1.5 left. Skip pass over. Quick stick wide of the mark. Buck cradles it nicely. And he'll set it back up, or will he dumps it down? Follows tried to go to the far side. Stopped though. Dusty Hill on his game today. Ben Wittich in transition. Has Vradenberg with him. He'll pull up. A good decision, and he'll give way. Now I'm looking out there at number 66 for the Snipers, but I know that's not Vern Hill. So we'll have to get the report on you on who that actually is. That shot stopped by Wendy. And Toronto now countering with 50 seconds remaining in the power play. So I stand corrected. That's Thunderhill, not Vern Hill. So That good overhand from Dance, but a better pad save from Hill in the crease, and Rod Squire's going to do a nice roll and a head man up to McLaughlin. McLaughlin has Hill with him on the other side. Wrong stick side. No matter, shot. Great save, Wendy. Oh, Craig Wendy, give it to me straight. That was a beauty. Back the other way, Thompson. They'll waste no time. Backdoor Buck. Thompson was looking to finish that off to Pfeiffer. Took a hard hit. 11 seconds left in the power play. Buck goes for the dunk. And we'll see what they call that. So no goal the call. And with 6:24, that will take us to our first officials timeout. Set to go here after our officials timeout. Scoreless game. 7 seconds left in the Six Nations penalty. So they'll have a chance here to kill it. It'll be the second straight power play opportunity that has yielded nothing for Toronto. And penalty over now, and teams back to full strength. Just over 6 minutes to play here. Scoreless ball game, wrapping up Week 9 Arenalacrosse League. Argent, beautiful set on the offense. Argent couldn't find the mark, just wide, and Wendy now with a good bounce pass sends away the dancer. Toronto will work it, and if you haven't had a chance to see Toronto play this season, you'll know they are truly a team of runs, and they can be shut out for a bit and then just put up 3, 4, 5 goals in a row. Buck turns around, goes to the bounce, stopped by Dusty. Dusty Hill feeling it today. Good outlet pass, tried to air it out. Bertelli had it but lost it. That shot stopped point blank range by Paulus. So Wendy, and that's going to be a 5-second count. So a little careless on the transfer will allow Six Nations to regain possession, and they'll set things up. So Thunderhill out there with Whitlow. They're going to overload that. Well, now Argent floats out on that left side. Hill goes to the underhand, stopped, and through the crease, so that'll be possession to Mason Kaminga and the Monarchs. We're at the 5-minute mark. Patrick Thompson hasn't really gotten his engine going quite yet. Transition specialist. Working the screen and roll. Chance there, Dusty Hill. Good shoulder save on Miller. Ball loose, Zulian went for it, couldn't get it. Pfeiffer now will slow it up. Fresh 30 here for the Monarchs. Dump in, Taylor tiptoed through the crease, couldn't touch it. Owen Ron zips it back out. Fight dog gets a screen, too much. Taylor, and here goes Zulian. Zulian with a chance if he can one man to beat, and Pfeiffer. Zulian, he'll have to curl out, look for some help. Good defense there by the Fight dog. Outstanding work defensively, both ends, and now it's the General. General, zip it back up. Palace now looking for a screen. Puts on the brakes. Nothing on the dump off. Skip pass, quick stick, deflected. And it's going to go loose. Both players, good job by Josh Miller to keep that in the offensive end and not allow a transition opportunity by the Monarchs. Under 4 here to go. Scoreless game. It's been a very entertaining opening quarter here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Dance. Inside has Ron. Ron tried to go over the shoulder. Nothing doing there through the crease, but a late hit will keep it right here. Possession to the defending champs. Follows. Has some room, gets a screen, good rotation, stayed out of the crease, good footwork, gets chased back again, worked over by Squire. Squire chases him out, and that pass picked off. Good defense by the Snipers. So far, putting together their best quarter of the season are the Six Nations Snipers now, and it's Thunderhill. Had a notion, kicked it back out, swing around, work it to the right side. Big wind-up, Ross Hill. Argent trying to track it down. He will with plenty of time on the shot clock. Fresh one to work with. 3 minutes to go here. Quarter number 1. The General. He'll steer it over. Hill surveys, can't find anyone, dumps it over. General goes airborne and airmails it Rebound off to Karam. Here come the Monarchs with numbers. Gay has Thompson with him. Trailer, back, Buck, shot wide of the mark. Rebound, Thompson, he lets it go. Steered aside, Dusty Hill. Loose now. Thompson, great job to use his length. Dumps it down. Buck tucks it. Tanner Buck with the game's first goal. Great job by Patrick Thompson just to find Tanner Buck, who was on the doorstep. Not a whole lot you can say except you give him that location, that time, and he's going to bury 9 out of 10 of those. And an easy goal for Tanner Buck. .231 to play here. 1-0 to score for Toronto. And between these two netminders, goals have been few and far between. The saves, well, they've been plentiful. Hess does a good job, get it over the timeline. So the question now for the Snipers is going to be where the goal is going to come from. Toronto's done a good job to keep all the shots pretty much in the right vicinity outside that dotted half circle. Swinging around here. That shot from way out finds the mark. So just as I say, they're going to have to get in a tad bit closer. The answer comes courtesy Josh Miller with his 12th of the season. So momentum-wise, that's the answer that the Snipers were looking for. And we are tied at 1. So if you're asking the question I asked about where the offense was going to come from, it's going to have to come from a number of different players. It's not going to have to come from just a Whitlow and an Argent. Guys are going to have to step up. McLaughlin's talk about stepping up. Mike McLaughlin goes to the far side, stopped by Wendy. So big save, great attempt there by Mike McLaughlin, who read that faceoff perfectly, scooped it up and had a golden opportunity. Taylor now. Wittich is on him. Taylor is going to try to shed him, bounces back out. They'll work it back to Miller, kick it back to Follows, 2-man game. Taylor still has it. And tried to roll that between the legs, took a couple of extra hits, and now Ty Khan is going to use to flip him, and Wittich got to hurry, and they zip it across just in time. Wittich will pull it out. He'll stay out there on offense, head to the right side. He'll stay on the left, and it's the general. That pass, good job to play that Karam on the run. Zipped. Quick shot. Easy scoop and go for Wendy. Lobs it up. Final minute now. Looking for Thompson to run under it. Stotts right there too. He's going to try to knock it away. Good battle for the loose ball. Stotts takes Thompson down. And it's going to be Hill. Zips the pass up. 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Zulian. Him and Palace will work it. 15 on the shot clock. Trailing late is Ross Hill. He'll swing it around. Palace. 5 on the shot clock. Got to go. Palace on the run. Goes to the shot. Good save, Wendy. Rebound, Argent. 18 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. On the game clock. And the sidearm finds the corner. So talk to me now. Josh Miller with his second of the game. Almost an instant replay of the first 2-1 Snipers. Just a good disguise from Josh Miller. He went to the underhand in his first goal, changed the angle to sidearm for his second. And with 14.3, it's been a while since the Snipers have led at the end of a quarter this season. So we'll see here if they can't hold steady. Off the draw. Chance here. Parker Pfeiffer. Fife dog. He's going to curl out. 5 on the game clock. Hesitation. Dives in and going to be a penalty called. And the buzzer will go. We will see what the call is, if it's goaltender interference or if it's a late cross-check. So it's going to be a goaltender interference call. And we've got 15 in the books. 2-1 Snipers. We'll be back with the second. All set to go here for second quarter action after a very entertaining opening 15 minutes. The Monarchs penalty will go to Parker Pfeiffer. That's going to be goaltender interference, so it's going to give the Snipers their first power play opportunity of this game. They come in working at a 51% efficiency rate. The penalty kill for the Monarchs, 47%. So once again, these two teams close. Monarchs now with a chance. Joel Taylor had a notion, and now they're going to look to burn some time off the clock. Tanner Buck out there as well. And they got some speed with Jordan Dance. Portelli gets it over. Taylor's going to swing it around, and quick stick right on target. Easy save for Dusty Hill. And now it's back the other way with Chandler Allen. Chance here, 2-on-1. Whitlow working 1-2. Big save, Wendy. So Sid Palace right on the doorstep, but nothing doing. Wendy closed up shop. And that's going to be a delay of game on Sid Palace. So what was a power play opportunity will be no more. And with 1:18 left, we'll play some 4-on-4 until the Monarchs get a chance to go to their third power play. It'll be an abbreviated one, but a power play nonetheless. So Taylor out there with Miller follows, and Portelli, the 4 out there for the defending champs, follows now. Oh, he's tricky. Comes up with the overhand, wide of the mark. Squire had a beat on it, knocked it down, but no reset as it didn't touch anyone. Miller now, and he's got a cannon from there, looking for an opening. Miller steps into one. I told you he's got a cannon. Sure enough, far corner, we're tied at 2. Nick Miller hadn't gotten a whole lot of room to work with in that first quarter. Created some space there and was able to find a far corner for his 10th goal of the season. And that comes, of course, with 54 seconds left in the Toronto penalty, minute 36 left in the Snipers penalty. So all even at 2 here. Kuminga battling in the circle, but it's picked up by Ethier. So good job by Nathan Ethier. He'll work it to Kuminga. Kuminga now will wait for the rest of the offense, give way to Buck. Dance. And this is where the Snipers have to be careful. You can't let Toronto get back-to-backers. That's how they build their momentum. And a good job as Ty Argent will slow things down. They'll wait to even things out, play some 3-on-3 at this end. Whitlow tried to duck in, had a notion, backhand pass, had Argent on the fly, and just caught a bit of that white line on the crease on what would have been a pretty sweet passing play had they connected. Dance shoots it down. Buck's going to bring it back out, and Taylor now. And that's too many on the floor, and there will be no argument there as Toronto was going on an early power play, and they still had 5 seconds left in the penalty. So I changed that. What was going to be a man short to a power play to a man short has now become a man short. So once again, Toronto not helping their own cause. And we'll play 4-on-3 here for 5 seconds. And then we'll go 4-on-4 for another 40. Thompson, the chance here. Gay is going to go in alone. Gay goes to the bounce, stopped though by Dusty Hill. Hill had the basket right in the right spot, keeps his team in it, and now here comes Josh Miller, has some room. Miller peels back out on the dump off. Whitlow diving off the post. So the goaltender's best friend, left side, right side in the top. Whitlow trying to lean in. Graydon Power all over him with some good defense. Swinging around Argent. Dying seconds now of the Snipers penalty. It's over. They'll be on a power play for a minute 12. Whitlow, underhand, steered aside by Wendy. So they'll let it go down, and Sid Palace now will move it up to the left side. The Generals out on that left side along with Argent. They'll work it to the right on the skip. Back to the top now. Argent, no look. Josh Miller, sidearm off the post. So that post getting plenty of work here in this game. Post getting more work than the nylon for sure, as Miller now. Reset, got lots of time. Argent surveys it, stopped by Wendy. So a good accurate shot. Great job on the loose ball there by Ross Hill. And now Thunder will send it down behind the net. Heads up, they can all crease dive. You got to be leery inside. Great pass, but stopped by Wendy, who did the splits. Oh, Craig Wendy's on his game today. Outlet pass, intercepted Argent. Only fitting on Super Bowl Sunday. Dumps that down. Penalty over. Almost a quick stick attempt. Teams back to full strength. We're at the 11-minute mark here in the second quarter. Ethier goes for a run. He'll leg it into the offensive end and pull up. And a job well done on the penalty kill by both teams. As they hold steady, we're still tied at 2. Laid out of the bench and getting that shot off was Pfeiffer, but not accurate enough on the dump off. Ford, Pfeiffer's shot stopped though by Dusty Hill. Taylor will regroup and they'll reset the offense now. 10.5 to go. Taylor looking for Riley Ford. Pfeiffer bails him out. Backhand again, trying to steer with Portelli. Rebound stopped by Dusty Hill. Follows right on the doorstep. Couldn't follow the leader and got stopped. Argent now over the timeline, and you can see both these two teams a little winded here, and we're still just a quarter of the way through this second quarter. That one by Argent, careless. Aaron Walker read that like a novel. Chance here now, Monroe. Can't catch it cleanly. He'll get some pressure and find Portelli coming out the back door. He'll curl out, Allen on him. Chandler Allen bodying up Portelli good. Portelli loses it. Great job by Chandler Allen. He's got Stotts with him. Allen goes around. Stotts puts on the shot. Back door. Trailer. Far side corner. It's the General. Great decision making in transition by the Snipers. As Con General, the trailer out of that back door, pockets his first of the game. 3-2 Snipers. $9:33 to play here in the second quarter. And both these two teams have been impressive here today. Similar styles, these two teams, as off the draw, looking to change direction and head the other way is Ethier, and he gets some relief. So the Monarchs now will set things up, trailing by a goal here. Miller. He'll work it to Buck. Give and go, and on the quick stick. Beauty dive was the dancer. Rebound bounce, stopped by Dusty Hill. Backhand finish, a beauty by Owen Ron. How about Owen Ron following up that shot and playing the carom and parking the backhand? Ron with his first of the game, and a few weeks back, Owen Ron had a bit of an incident with Andrew Vradenberg when these two teams met in Toronto, and a bit of a face mask there. I know I was a little tough on Owen Ron, but had a chance to speak with him prior to the game, and just to let him know that it's all about your development, not about your toughness. That'll come with it, and certainly put his skills on display there to park his first. 3-3 the score here. Scrum right in front of the bench, and a timeout's going to be called by the Snipers. Set to go after the Six Nations Snipers. Took a timeout here with 8:49 to play. They have possession, and when you're winless, you got to try to shake things up any way you can. And I think head coach Darcy Palace, assistant Nick Skye, and Vince Longboat, I think they're very open to making some adjustments, and this team certainly needed some. And putting together a good first half here. Good pass, quick stick, finds the mark. So there you go, executing perfectly in the half court. Thunderhill to Ross Hill to the back of the net, and it's 4-3 Snipers. So Ross Hill with his first goal of this game, and it's a big one. And I think if you're the coaching staff for the Snipers, you just have to be happy at the way that play was executed in the half court. Perfectly done. That's the way you'd practice it and diagram it. Off the draw. Snipers with a little jump to their step here. Allen working on Ron, and Ron the flip to the back door. Portelli's going to try to track it. Pfeiffer, and he lost it. Bradenberg now on the run. Big strides, but he doesn't have any help. So he's going to loft it back up. Argent. He'll bounce off follows and keep it on that left side. So Snipers appear to have some momentum. Now see if they can put together some back-to-backs. Haven't done that in a while. Whitlow. Miller's shot. Steered aside by Wendy. Whitlow ducks on one, ducks on another. He'll peel back out. Whitlow lean into one, kick it out. They'll swing it around to the left. It's the general. Think better of it. They'll work the right side now. Whitlow. Argent lets it go. Wendy, perfect position to smother that. And now here come the Monarchs the other way. D'Amico sights the back door. That one picked off, though. Telegraphed. And now it's Mikey McLaughlin, the vet. McLaughlin stopped by Wendy. And Wendy stopped that like he knew where it was going. Good job, Monarchs, hustling for that loose ball. Miller in there. And that's going to be at the very least, a 2-minuter, I believe. And with 7:12 to go, that will take us to our officials' timeout. Good to go after our officials' timeout. Snipers with possession and a 1-goal lead here in the second quarter. They'll work it. Miller takes it from the Thunder. They'll swing it around. Whitlow kick it back out. Hill. So 66 Thunderhill in there for Vern Hill, and the skill set very similar. Rebound, Argent plays to Karam. 8 on the shot clock. Argent tried to create some space. Gonna have to let it go wrong stick side, but right on by Thunderhill. And now Wendy from his knees lofts it up. Kaminga going for it, but instead it's going to be the speedy Zulian that will counter the other way. So Zulian will retreat. The rest of the Snipers offense will head back out there. That shot from Thunderhill. Bring the thunder, bring the rain. 5-3 for the Snipers. So a great job, and if you've ever seen any team from Six Nations play, you know the hidden ball trick is something that they do on a regular basis, and Thunderhill, I don't think that Craig Wendy knew where that shot was coming from. And it slipped by on the short side. Off the draw, Ben Heidecker. He's going to high step it, dumps it off. Take a chance, shot right on, Dusty Hill. Rebound picked up, and Pfeiffer's going to reset. They'll work it on the right side, wait for Riley Ford to filter out late on the left, send it to Miller. Miller, again from that spot, gets wrapped up. Miller goes to the overhand, didn't get through. Rebound, Argent, he's got the speed. Argent is going to go in alone. Argent! No goal, creased the call, and I think a good call there as he may have taken a half step too many and one too many fakes there, and the Monarchs now will bring it back into the offensive end. Taylor. Now this Joel Taylor's first game back in the Arena Lacrosse League. He's going to have to take some time to get accustomed as Wittich gets knocked back in the crease. Good crowd on hand here on this Super Bowl Sunday as Week 9 in the Arena Lacrosse League wraps up, and Nick Miller with a great Super Bowl gift to the Snipers. Chandler Allen now has made some good decisions in this game so far. Played some outstanding defense, and he will give way. And now Ross Hill will work the right side. Inside, that's a high stick on the General. Delayed penalty coming here. Dusty Hill heads to the bench. Just 6 on the shot clock. Gonna need a shot. Quick stick, and Wendy right there to make a great save with 4:53 to go. General came cutting across that middle and just too high on the cross check for Nathan Ethier. So for the second time in this game, the Snipers will go to work with the man advantage. They're 0 for 1. And I tell you, a goal here will go a long way as far as momentum go for this Snipers team. So Arjun out there with the General. Sid Palace is at the top. Josh Miller on that right side. And they'll go now. Underhand! Sid Palace from the top. Power play marker for Palace. And that's one of the few from that distance that Wendy has let elude him. He has pretty much been lights out anywhere else. That one, a good underhand. Came off a bounce too, so a tricky play for Wendy. And either way, a big power play marker ups the lead now to 6-3 for the Snipers. Off the draw, good job, Segahara. And he is their draw man for the Snipers. Great job, he'll retreat. And now possession belongs to the home side. Ross Hill gets a bit ahead of steam going. He'll peel back out. Dumps it inside on the runs to General. He'll scoop it. General stopped though by Wendy. And another penalty is going to come. And I think it's going to go to Aaron Walker. Maybe not. But either way, it is going to go to the Monarchs. And we've talked over and over again about discipline, and it looks like Ethier may be making, no, he'll bypass the bench this time, so it looks like it's going to be Heidecker, the guilty party. He's going to allow the Snipers to go on their third power play attempt of this game, 1 for 2, and more importantly, they're just coming off the momentum of their first power play goal. So a chance here for the Snipers to put themselves in the driver's seat. So same lineup with Sid Palace at the top. And again, no look. Quick on the snap, looking for the quick stick finish, backhand. Thunderhill working over from Hill to Hill. Argent, backhand, quick stick finish. That's the way you diagram it. Bringing the thunder and the rain one more time. Another power play goal for the Snipers. And it's a 7-3 game. Thunderhill with his second goal of this game. And the Snipers have been very efficient, scoring twice on 3 power play opportunities here to take a 4-goal lead. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Sugihara does a good job. He'll control it and give way now. Argent will work that left side. You can see the momentum has swung in favor of the Snipers here in the later part of this quarter. Roddy Squire rings it off the post, and Wendy got a piece of that as well. And a good outlet pass will send away D'Amico. So the Monarchs need a little spark here. It's been a 4-goal run for the Snipers. Toronto has been a bit stagnant. Taylor looking inside. He's going to turn that corner, and you can argue all you want. That's a penalty in any league, any sport. Zipped across, and Taylor got to be careful. Don't get a retaliatory one, as the Snipers will get possession, and a holding call or horse collar or whatever you want to call it, clothesline, either way. Squire's going to go for 2, And the Monarchs are going to go in the power play for the fourth time. They are 0 for 3. So with 3 minutes left, Toronto here needs something to get back in this game. So Dance is the quarterback. He's got Buck and Follows on that left side. Pfeiffer and Taylor on the right. That one knocked down. Good job by Hill as he got a stick in the shooting lane. Follows, brings it back. Dance could step into one. Peels back out. Wittich, good pressure. Kick over and couldn't connect cleanly with Pfeiffer. 7 on the shot clock. Dancer, sidearm and stopped by Dusty. He can't find it. It's laying in the crease. Loose ball and good hustle there by Pfeiffer's going to get, Portelli's going to get them possession again. Dancer on the interchange. Fife Dog looking inside behind the screen. That was perfectly executed by the defending champs. So the Dancer on the board for the first time in this game, his 16th goal of the season. First power play marker for the Monarchs here today, and a much needed goal. Cuts the deficit now to 7-4. Off the draw, Sugihara gets taken down by Kuminga. That'll be possession to the Snipers. So with 2:13 left here in this first half, important now for the Snipers to keep that momentum that they had. Toronto picks up a goal, chips away. How do you answer? What's the response? Dump inside! That's the response! It's the Thunder again. His third of the game. 8-4 Snipers. I tell you, I don't know. Good things happen when there's a 66 in that Snipers lineup. And Thunder Hill has come to play here today. We are into the 2-minute warning here on Super Bowl Sunday. Certainly like to welcome the head of the Arena Lacrosse League's officials and Don Kowarski here watching the game and, of course, keeping an eye on things. League President Paul St. John also in the house. So celebrities all around here as the Snipers will control here in the offensive end, and through the crease the call. And Walker now will zip it ahead on the run. Ron, backdoor, beauty, but a better save. Ron again, stopped by Dusty Hill. Dusty Hill doing his thing here under a minute and a half. McLaughlin, he'll zip it up. Had Argent on the scoop. Walker knocked it away. Good help, though, Josh Miller. And we're going to have a too many men on the floor call, and it's going to go against the Snipers. And because there was such a mild protest, I'd have to think that's a good call by Mac Abbott. So with 1:15 to go, Toronto's going to go back to work with the man advantage. 1 for 4 here and a chance to close the gap, trailing by 4. So Buck and Dance out there with Follows. Usual suspects in Pfeiffer and Taylor. Buck lets it go, stopped by Dusty Hill. And he was already in. Air it out to Vredenberg. Vredenberg with speed. Vredenberg stopped, though, by Wendy. Ben Wittich does a good job to track down that loose ball. We're under a minute to go. So they'll play down at this offensive end, 4-on-3. And the Snipers, if they can get out of this half without giving up one, that would be a big moral victory. 10 on the shot clock. Dump it over, quick stick. Wendy had to make a good save. Vredenberg pinned up by Power, and we're going to get a timeout with 26.3 seconds to go here in the half. Good to go here. Should be the final possession of this opening half. Toronto now will go 5-on-4. They've got 1:11 left in the power play and Dance with the inbounds. So expect them to work this down for the last shot. 1 second differential. Looking inside to Dance. Knocked down though. So a good job by Squire. Kicks it out Taylor now. 10 on the shot clock. Taylor's shot. Stopped. Ball loose in the dotted half circle. Picked up. Backhand. The length of the carpet. Wendy's going to zip it back, but it's going to run out of time. 30 minutes at the ILA are in the books. 8-4 hometown Snipers. Loaded for the third quarter as we get set to go here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation. Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Productions, and glad you have tuned in for the opening 30. We've got 30 more to go here. An 8-4 lead for the Snipers, and they've got 45 seconds to kill in their penalty. Off the draw. Good job, Patrick Thompson jumps on it. And the Monarchs now, so important that they get off to a good start here, Toronto, and maybe set the table for a later run. Important for the Snipers to continue to kill this penalty, but more importantly, not get too many more and give the Monarchs the opportunities. They are just 1 for 5. That pass goes awry, picked up McLaughlin, and he's had some jump in his step here today. Mike McLaughlin, and good transition defense. He'll hit the trailer, and Thunderhill will scoot over to the half boards on the left side. Penalty over for the Snipers. Team's now back to full strength. Hill on the roll. Has Palace. He couldn't get that cleanly. Palace is going to try to work for it, but he's out-battled, and that's going to be a penalty. Graydon Power is going to go right to the penalty box. And he'd be lucky to get away with just 2 here. So the Snipers now with their 4th power play opportunity, they're 2 for 3 in this game. And momentum-wise, it's been crucial to keeping Six Nations in this one and keeping them with the lead. So usual suspects out there on the power play. Paulus at the top. Argent and Thunderhill. That shot wide of the mark. Rebound's going to go all the way down. That's going to be an over and back violation. And that possession will belong to the Monarchs deep in the offensive end with 1:35 to go in the penalty. Right off the bat, and talk about taking advantage. Riley Ford stretched out and used the long arm of the law to pick up a shorty. And that was a case there where the Snipers got caught napping on defense and didn't think that the Monarchs were going to go on the attack. But the Monarchs are down 4, so attacking is what they have to do. Took advantage, and it's an 8-5 game. Kanori Singahara, Mason Kaminga, they have been doing battle in this circle for a half and a bit. And Sugahara does a good job. Bradenburg, and possession belongs to the Snipers. Argent. He'll size it up. Quick pass across. Quick tactic. And I was going to say tic-tac finish, but Thunderhill got robbed by Wendy. And he took it away, and now it's the Buck. Tanner Buck. Him and Portelli will work it, create some space. Toronto now looking to build on that shorthanded goal. Still a minute left in the man short. Skip across Buck. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to take it out. Taylor's going to go to work one-on-one. Joel Taylor with the hook. Taken away, Mitch Zulian. Great job on the late stick check as Taylor had spun off him nicely, had him boxed out, but a great recovery from Zulian. Squire will dump it down. They'll work it up to the top now. Swing it around Argent. Argent has some room. thinks better of it. Skip down low. Underhand try, blocked by Ethier. He made a great save and took that on the inside of the leg. Argent down low. No look pass, and that one is stopped as Wendy covered up that short side. And now the Monarchs going to have to hurry to get it over the timeline. Just in the nick of Ethier. 5 seconds left in the Toronto penalty. The Fife Dogs going to go for a bit of a run. Argent trying to strip him. Hess in there as well. 10 on the shot clock. Teens back to full strength. Portelli had a notion. Good overplay on that shooter's side on the defensive end. Ford, too much bounce for the ounce. That will be a good possession now. Ty Khan will bring it the other way. Under 12 minutes to go here, third quarter. 8-5 Snipers. Wrapping up week 9 here in the Arena Lacrosse League. Argent. He'll peel back out. Hill will swing it around. Miller, flip. Duck in. High sticks all over the place. Argent does a good job to get it. No reset. 8 on the shot clock. Thunderhill turns the corner. Thunder gets wrapped up. Lets it go. Thunderhill again. Gets it. Goes to the bounce. Wendy to save. And finally, the Monarchs touch it. So good pressure there, but Craig Wendy up to the task. Made some fantastic saves. And it looks like so Nolan Power just looking, double checking, and so another power play for the Snipers. Their 5th of the game. They've scored twice, given up a shorty. Chance here to get back that goal they gave up. That one stopped by Wendy. That shot, tried to feather that by Wendy. You got to zip one by him because that softie isn't going to work. So Dance now in the offensive end, 1.5 minutes to kill here. So there is a Graydon and a Nolan Power out there for the Monarchs in case you didn't know what the power situation was. Stotts now will give way. Thunderhill. He'll work it now. Just over a minute left in the man advantage. We are under 10.5 to go here, third quarter. Argent. They'll work it around. Paulus at the top. Work the interchange. And almost good pass there, but Miller not able to complete the quick stick. Dying seconds, and that screen and roll too much. Monarchs going to try to jump on it, and they loft one up. Good job to go get it by Owen Ron. And he gets a little pressure. Taylor now has a head of steam. Dumps it off. Has Ron. Ron, great pickup. Stopped by Dusty Hill. Wittich now will work it and counter the other way. Argent gets moved up on the check. Wittich shot. Stopped by Wendy. Rebound picked up. And here come the Monarchs the other way. 20 seconds left in the man short. Portelli. He'll wait. And he'll give way now to the Fife Dog. Pfeiffer gets a step. Takes a good cross check. He'll curl out. Leans back in. Zips it across looking for Buck. Buck has a stick check. Good defense by the Snipers. And they'll look to move it up, and they do with Zulian. Zulian. Walker's on him, so he'll think better of it. He'll curl out and wait for Hill. Zulian looking to duck in, skip pass across, no look. Thunder, shot. Good save, Wendy. Rebound loose. Thunderhill. Crafty move. Puts on the brakes, flips that well back out and over the timeline. Great job by Josh Miller. But Patrick Thompson right up his rear, scoops it up. Thompson with a chance. Thompson stopped by Dusty Hill. Oh, it's Hill, and Hill today. As Miller now in the offensive end, teams back to full strength. We're under 8.5. Quick shot, Wendy, another good save. Josh Miller teeing it up. They close things up. Kaminga, the beast, comes out of that scrum and then loses it. Tripping on the carpets. Hill gets it over to Hill. 3-on-1. Dump it down. Argent over. Probably should have taken that shot instead. And Power took Argent into that net. And they're going to call Monarchs ball with just under 8 minutes to go here. So Power's going to move it up. The Dancer, he'll skip it over Portelli. Looking to get a step, gets a screen. Pfeiffer, the Dancer, shot knocked down, so never got through. Collects his own rebound, but no reset. Taylor, skip, follows. He's been quiet. Dump off, couldn't connect with Dance, and Dusty Hill, though, is going to have to get it up there in a hurry, and they do with Chandler Allen. Under 7.5 to play, third quarter. Snipers holding a 3-goal lead. Delayed penalty come, and too many on the floor. And we're just going to wait and see who that goes to, and looks like it's going to the Snipers. We'll let the dust settle. Officials timeout. We'll be back. As we get set to go. So too many men on the floor penalty to the Snipers. That, of course, when they had possession. So I think if you have to point the finger at someone, you're going to have to point the finger at the coaching staff for the Snipers. Someone's got to be to blame. And now another power play opportunity. The 7th for the Monarchs. They've only capitalized one time. So a chance here, trailing by 3. Dance airmails that one. Ball loose, dotted half circle. Almost scooped up, but instead, late stick check. And a good job to come away with it are the Snipers. Tate and Sky. Legging one out. Sky goes to the bounce. Stopped by Wendy. Two guys down, an advantage for the Monarchs in the offensive end. Wittich will get back in there. Thompson, 3-on-2. Dumps it off. Gets it back. Thompson sidearm. Dusty Hill closing up the wickets. Snipers now. Outlet. Vradenberg has a man trailing. Vradenberg, wrong stick side, and had Thunder Hill, but ill-advised. And now Pfeiffer back at the other end. So end to end we go. 1:05 left in the too many men penalty. And Dance now at the top, working with the Fife dog. 2-man game. Buck going to set a screen. Dancer lets it go. Stopped by Dusty. Hill now will scoop and look for some help. Good outlet pass. Sends away Hill. Hill over the timeline. Pfeiffer working him over. Hill does a good job. Gets it over. And now Ross Hill will wait. And work it to Miller. Miller looking to burn some clock. Under 30 seconds to go into man short. That shot right on. Loose now. Good effort in there, but scooped up by the Monarchs. So they'll have a last chance here if they want to take advantage of this power play with just 15 seconds left. It would be a big kill for the Snipers here. We're under 5.5. Buck! Too much bounce to the ounce. That goes out of play, and possession will go the other way. So Whitlow will control. Penalty over, and teams now back to 5 aside. Argent isolated one-on-one on that left side. Argent ducks in, peels out, gets a screen, lets it go. Stopped by Wendy. Loose. And outlet to Thompson. Thompson with one man to beat, and it's Whitlow. Whitlow. Thompson to the bounce. Stop Dusty Hill. So when they need one, Dusty Hill's there and has been there for just over 2.5 quarters. Paulus working with Argent. Backhand pass. Argent stopped though by Wendy. I tell you, Wendy's got the scouting report out here today. Good outlet pass, and it's Ron. Ron got a screen from Taylor. Couldn't do a whole lot with it. And they'll swing it around to Buck. Buck, forward, twister, bouncer, back of the net. So coming from an unlikely source, but that pass bucked to Riley Ford in full stride, and Ford worked the bounce top corner to perfection. And it's an 8-6 game with 4:22 to play here in this third quarter. So let me just correct myself. That was Jordan Dance. Thunderhill stopped, though, by Wendy. That was Jordan Dance with a beautiful pass. I know I said it was Tanner Buck, but so my bad there, Dancer, as looks like we're going to get another penalty. I think it's going to go to the Monarchs. And that is the case. So Nathan Ethier is going to go. And the Snipers now have a chance here to answer back. Back-to-back goals from the Monarchs to pull to within 2. Chance now to go into power play for the 6th time are the Snipers. They've scored twice and given up a shorty. So Palace at the top has Argent, Thunderhill over, backhand, back of the net. That's what I'm talking about right there. Bring the thunder and the rain one more time. 4th goal of the game for Thunderhill. 3rd power play marker for the Snipers, and it's 9-6. So you talk about being efficient and taking advantage of your opportunities. The Snipers doing everything right at the moment. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the third. Sugihara does a good job. No look, but Ron bats it down. And now Monroe. And no call. The hold was brief. Bounce pass to Ron. Rings it off the crossbar. So a golden opportunity. Now it's Hill. Good switch hands. Follows, working him over hard. Snipers will swing it around to the right. Lots of time on the shot clock. Skip. Change the angle. Hill, and a good save by Wendy. Out of play. We'll stay right here for 30 more. Whitlow swinging around. Thunderhill. And interference the call, even though that might have been a bit of a high cross check. Either way. So Joel Taylor now hasn't really gotten going. Got a step going here. Runs into the double team, but that's what he likes. He goes around Argent. Taylor, he'll weave through, give way, and he'll reset where he needs to be. The Dancer working with Buck. Buck trying to turn the corner. 10 on the shot clock. In tight. What a save, Dusty Hill. Rebound fished out by Portelli, and a fresh clock now for the Monarchs. So a big save, but a big play on the loose ball by the Monarchs. They regain possession now, and Pfeiffer working with Follows. Follows lets it go. Saved by Hill. And going to be another penalty here. Looks like going to be a face mask call. And it looks like it's going to go to Mike McLaughlin of the Snipers. And you don't see him make that walk to the penalty box too much, so not quite sure where that is. I'm sure when the games get reviewed by the league, but matters not, as the Monarchs now will get their 7th power play opportunity of this game. So just over 2 minutes to go here. Chance for Toronto. Pfeiffer on the curl, behind the net. Sniffing it, no look pass to Taylor. Pfeiffer went down in a heap. Skip, no reset. Plenty of room, top corner, the Fife Dog. Well, you let him sit there, and he sighted that top corner and picked it perfectly. So finally, another power play goal for the Monarchs. Give credit where credit is due. 22nd goal of the season for Parker Pfeiffer, but just his first here today. And a deficit now, too. So we'll see here if the Snipers are able to provide another answer. They have done everything in their power to stop the Monarchs from going on any kind of run. So it'd be big here. Next goal is going to be big. Sugahara does a great job to get possession. And now it's the Khan man, Ty Khan. He'll give way. Whitlow working with Argent. Argent has room. Stutters step. Gets a screen. Nothing doing. Swing it around. Skip Argent on the far side. Ill-advised pass. On the run now. Monarchs have numbers in transition. D'Amico will pull up. Dangerous pass there. Good job, though, by Ford. And Thompson will reset. Minute and a half to go here, third quarter. Portelli out late. Miller will work it around. They'll go to the Buck. Tanner Buck has room. Too much on the screen. Going the other way. Good hold defensively. Now Zulian. Speedster's going to have to get over the timeline, and he does. And they'll set up now. So important for the Snipers to be disciplined here and look for a good shot as we inch to the final minute here, third quarter. Shot steered aside by Wendy. Rebound Argent, fresh 30. So possession big here. That quick shot just wide of the mark and out of play. So didn't miss by much, Josh Miller. But either way now, Aaron Walker over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer into the offensive end now. 40 seconds on the game clock. So it's about a 18-second differential. Game and shot. Dance. Finds Taylor. Taylor. Tell you get him to score one, and you light that switch, and tough to turn that fire out. Taylor now goes to the bounce. Stopped by Dusty. Rebound, and Monarchs will pull the goalie. Final 15 seconds. Pfeiffer. He'll slow it up, working with Dance. Buck's out there late. Miller on that left side. They'll look to work it. Miller can step into one. He does. Dusty Hill. Big save. 3.5 seconds left. It'll stay right here. On the inbounds. Bounce shot way off, and 3 quarters have been recorded at the ILA. 9-7 Snipers. Fasten your seatbelts as we get set for the final 15 minutes here at the ILA. 9-7 the score in favor of the Six Nations Snipers, looking for their first win of this season. Toronto, of course, trying to keep pace with a 3-5 record. Tops in the league continues to be the Whitby Steelhawks, sitting at an impressive 8-1 after their win yesterday in Oshawa. So Monarchs now with the first possession here of this third quarter. Tanner Buck now. Trailing by 2, working it to the Dancer. Dance on the spin. Dancer weaves through 3. Still has it. Dance dumps it off. Going for the dunk. Nope. And yep. And stopped, though, by Dusty Hill, as you could see Owen Ron had a notion. And he seconded that. And now here are the Snipers in the offensive end. So expect each possession now to be magnified for both teams. Thunderhill trying to get by Power. Nolan, that shot bullet goes off a defender. Good job to trace it down. Backhand try by Palace, wide of the mark. Ethier comes away with it. He takes a good cross check, gets right back up, and a good outlet pass to Walker. Walker has Power with him, but they'll send it over to Taylor. Taylor will slow it down. Offense will be a little more deliberate here as they work it over to the left side in Miller. Miller. Can't find it. Skip out. Taylor. Taylor and Miller. Miller. That one went off a deflection. McLaughlin now rolls off one, bounces off another, and gets it up. That pass knocked down. Thunderhill has Paulus with him. Lets it go on the bounce. Stopped by Wendy. I like that kid. He got the bounce shot too. Quick transition. Portelli Going to be a penalty coming to the Snipers as Ty Khan took out Portelli late, and we'll see what the call is officially, but Ty Khan will make no arguments about it. He heads right to the penalty box. So legal cross-check the call. 8th power play opportunity of the game for the Monarchs. They've managed to score twice. And trailing by 2 here. Now's is probably as good a time as any to try to chip away at that lead. So Dance is going to be the quarterback one more time. He's got Buck and Follows on that left side. Pfeiffer and Taylor on the right. So one of the best power play units in the Arena Lacrosse League. It is Portelli. Dance. Puck goes to the overhand. Stopped by Dusty Hill. Hill will look. And he'll have to air it out. Back door. That's probably the right spot to put it for sure. Thunderhill almost able to use his craftiness, and he does come away with it. So there's something about wearing that 66 that adds a little something to your game, the mental game anyway. And he'll roll it to Argent, and they'll look to burn the final 5 seconds here of the shot clock. Argent lets it go right off the logo. And just over a minute left in the Toronto power play. Over 12 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. It has been a beauty here on Super Bowl Sunday. Dance. Pfeiffer, no look, couldn't connect. Buck swings it. Dancer overhand. Good save by Dusty Hill. Rebound to the Monarchs, fresh clock. Buck has it knocked down. Hustle for it now. Loose. Battling for it is Hill. Hill and Dance. Dance does a good job to fish scoop. 15 on the shot clock. Taylor goes to the sidearm. Dusty Hill, big save. Taylor, good battle, but too much size and strength. That'll be a call to go up the other way. Running into some trouble is Hess. Hess going to have to get rid of it. That double team is relentless. And between Graydon Power and Mason Kaminga, boy, you're not going to want to be involved in that collision. 15 seconds left in the Snipers' penalty. Buck working with Miller. Portelli steps into one, stopped though by Dusty Hill. Hess now. See if Hess makes the adjustment. Gets it over the timeline. Penalty over now. Team's back to full strength. So 5-on-5 we go here. 11 minutes to play, 4th quarter. Thunderhill. Feeling it. Goes to the sidearm. Wide of the mark. That's going to be a good carom. Trying to run under it is Ethier. He does. He's got a man with him in Miller. Backdoor. Miller. Advantage. 2-on-1. Dumps it down low. Diving save by Dusty Hill. What a save. Point blank on the Fife Dog. Zulia now doesn't have the numbers, so he'll wait. And Josh Miller will relieve him. Miller. Zulian dumps it back. Whitlow had it knocked down. Whitlow's been quiet too for the Snipers. They need something from him. 5 in the shot clock. Zulian right on. Stopped by Wendy. Wendy now quick outlet pass sends away Thompson. Patrick Thompson over the timeline. He'll wait and give way to the rest of the offense. Riley Ford will send it over, and they'll work the half boards with Follows. Follows, gets a screen, gets knocked down though. Good job by Wittich. Wittich working with McLaughlin. Wittich and McLaughlin. McLaughlin, good decision on that savvy vet, as best to make a good pass, not the wrong one at this juncture in the game. We're at the 9.5-minute mark. Ross Hill trying to get a step, kick over. Thunder, he'll bounce back out, swing it around, they'll work it back to Hill on the right. Inside, Argent lets it go and sneaks it through. Ty Argent through the 5-hole, 10-7 Snipers. I don't even know how Argent got that one off. But somehow he was able to contort his body around and get enough on it to slip it by Wendy, who was going in the other direction. That's Argent's first of the game. He's got 8 this season. And with 9:24, the lead is 3 for the Snipers. Off the draw, Mason Kaminga gets a good advantage there. Goes for a shot, though. Goes off the defender. Snipers now will regain possession and move it up with Chandler Allen. Allen will look to get out of that situation. You better believe it. With Power and Gay chasing him. Allen looking for some help. Gets some. 15 on the shot clock. Whitlow, what a spin. Duck in. Whitlow on his knees. Gets taken away. Argent! No goal, though. Crease on the play. Officials were right on that, right on top of that call. And now an outlet pass to Thompson. So almost a chance to extend the lead to 4 by the Snipers. Instead, possession to the defending champs. Dance. Oh, he has room. The dancer stopped by Dusty Hill. All over that top corner. Zulian off to the races. Zulian has numbers. Zulian, he'll pull out and elude a couple defenders. Some good work there by Mitch Zulian. He'll flip and retreat. They'll skip it to Ross Hill on the right. Hill shot right on. Rebound picked up D'Amico. He'll air it out, looking for Monroe. Instead, it's the Con man. Ty Con will run under that one. He'll flip, and McLaughlin will move it up in a hurry on a one bounce to Hill. Under 8 minutes to play here, fourth quarter. Ross. Hill, 10 on the shot clock. Zips that one. Thunder lets it go, and that goes off the defender, so that'll stay right here. Another possession for the Snipers. Squire swinging around. They'll work it to the left. Inside, Thunderhill, good try. Stopped though Wendy, and Wendy will smother that and zip it up to D'Amico. So both netminders have been proven, tested here in this game. 10-7 with just over 7 minutes to go. Buck swings it across, underhand by Pfeiffer, gets his own loose ball. Allen strips him. Allen now with the flip ahead. It's Wittich, one man to beat. Wittich, he'll think better of it. He's on his wrong stick side anyway. So he'll go and get some help from Argent. Ty Argent. Working that left side on the isolation. Thompson isolated. Screen. Backhand Argent. Argent! What a save by Wendy! Oh my! Oh my! And with that, we'll head to our final officials timeout. Go now as we are just over 6.5 minutes and pretty close to money time. Monarchs on the run. Bouncer slides in. So how about that shot? And they say no goal. So someone in the crease, and Bradenberg will counter the other way. Bradenberg hits the trailer. Thunderhill shot steered aside. Bradenberg picks it back up. Bounces off a couple. Knocks it away. Good job to keep it in the offensive end. Snipers, Thunderhill, wrong stick side. Dumps it over. Crossface. Buried in top corner. Hill to Hill. Back of the net. How about that pass in Dalen Hill on the receiving end from Thunderhill? And I tell you, we have witnessed some of the finest that this game has to offer, stick work-wise, goal-wise, and goaltending, because it's going to take a lot to beat either one of these netminders here. But more importantly, a 4-goal lead for the Snipers with 6:05 to play. Off the draw, Argent does a good job. You can see Snipers have a little pep in their step, and I think Kaminga may have gotten away with a slash there. Either way, Argent's feeling it for sure. But you got to know in this league, if you're one of the top scorers, you're going to get worked over hard. Whitlow, one-on-one. Whitlow. 10 on the shot clock. Thunderhill had it, scooped it back again, tried to put on the brakes, but just too many. And Kuminga may have laid the lumber down while he was on the carpet, and you can bet. So Hill not one of the bigger guys out there, so his teammates are going to certainly protect him. And it looks like Kuminga is going to go for the cross-check while Thunderhill was on the carpet. Looks like Whitlow's going too. So a dead ball and a high stick will nullify each other out with 5:32 to go. We will play 5 aside. So the question now, with just over 5.5, is where do the Monarchs go now? Where is their moneymaker? Well, you got to look at the dancer, for one. Got Joel Taylor out there dusting off the rust. Taylor not able to connect on that, gets the rebound but through the crease. Possession will belong to the Snipers. Kahn, quick pass up to Zulian. So Six Nations now can afford to be very deliberate. Work the shot clock down on each possession, but don't play keep away, take advantage of what you have. Ross Hill dropped it, looking to spin on Ethier, and through the crease the call. All the officials were on that. And now here comes Thompson in transition. Has Gay with him. Thompson, twister stopped by Dusty Hill. Hill will float it up. McLaughlin will run under it. And now the Snipers will look to the back door. 3-on-3. Late out is Squire. Squire takes it out, stopped by Wendy. So a good job by McLaughlin to find the trailer, but Wendy read that like a novel, and here come the Monarchs. Ethier, he'll dish and retreat. Under 4.5 to go. Swing around. Portelli, kick, Ford, gets it back. Portelli gets a step. Peels back out. 6 on the shot clock. Fife Dog trying to get away from a defender. Spins through 2. Cannot do it. That is some tight defense by the Snipers there as they shut the door. Stotts in some trouble. Bad place to stop. Thompson worked him over and well to force the turnover. Back comes Gay. 3:45 to go here. We are in money time. Trailing by 4. Toronto needs something, and they need it soon. The dancer swings it across. Taylor sets a hard screen. Portelli bounces out. Up, down, stopped by Dusty. Hill, he's going to zip it across. On the money to Whitlow. Whitlow breaks. Whitlow backhand. What a save by Wendy. Oh my, Whitlow gets his own rebound. Ducks through 2. Shovel pass. Beauty Palace just wide of the mark. Tried to go back to the other side. Snipers retain possession here as we get to the 3-minute mark. Whitlow. Argent gets a step. Argent tiptoes but no crease. Stopped by Wendy. Ball loose. Whitlow gets it back. Ball still loose. Wittich scoops it up. And he'll pull it out. 2:40 to play here. Snipers trying to hang on for their first win of the season. Squire. You can see a lot of guys gasping for some air out there. Squire leaning in. Squire's shot. He scores. Roddy Squire Jr. finds the mark in money time. 12-7 Snipers. Boy, oh boy, you certainly can't take anything away from either of these goalies. Wendy and Dusty Hill have played exceptional. The Snipers have arguably put together their best game of the season. The Monarchs with their strongest lineup of the season. And Argent now going to go for a run here. Gets roughed up by D'Amico. He'll keep it behind the boards there and then zip it back out. More important with time. Time is what's important here. Whitlow, the tricky fake, shovel, good body, kick out, knock down Thompson, great job. Shot clock violation, will give it back, and not sure what happened there, but behind the play. Not sure what happened, but it looks like Nick Miller is down. I'm not sure what type of hit it was. I really couldn't offer you anything as I'm following the ball, of course. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. So with just under 2 minutes to go here on Super Bowl Sunday, the Six Nations Snipers, 1:54 away from collecting their first win of the season, and it sure would be a big one. But standing in their way, defending champs, trailing by 5 now, sorry. They'll go to work with the net empty. Pfeiffer, he'll duck in, send it across, wide open, save Dusty Hill. Rebound picked up, and here comes Radenberg. And you can bet time on the side of the Snipers. Backdoor empty net. Thunderhill for his 5th of the game. Into the empty net, and the Snipers have extended their lead with 1:31 to go. So if you do any gambling and you bet on the Arena Lacrosse League, good luck, because every week is ever-changing, and you just don't know what you're going to get. On paper, it's one thing. On the carpet, it's another. Snipers certainly came to play here today as Sugihara has been dominant in that face-off circle this entire game, and Zulian into the offensive end, but he'll kick it back out. No need to put it in the net anymore. It's all about time now for the Snipers. Important not to do anything stupid. No penalties, no suspensions, and no injuries. Four on the shot clock. Zulian has it taken away. We're into the final minute here. So it's going to take a whole lot here. I think that Toronto's just going to be glad to get Joel Taylor back in the lineup. They'll look to make some weekly adjustments. Give and go. That one couldn't connect. And you can bet the defending champs starting to look like the defending champs. Backhand pass behind the net. Dunk attempt, and it's a beauty. So great job there, as not sure if that was Follows or if that was the dancer. So it was the Fife dog that scooped that across. That's his 2nd of the game. So 13-8 to score, 33.3 seconds remaining on the clock. And off the draw, Sugihara, money in the bank. He has been, as he lays down the body too, and one deserves another as Taylor evens things off, but they should let that go. Final 18 seconds. Play on, message sent to both teams, and now we're just going to let this one run out. And the Snipers can be happy, their best performance of this season with the win. They will up their record to 1-7. With the loss, the Monarchs fall to 3-6. Week 9 in the books. Week 10 next week, Friday. Osh Weekend, Six Nations. Oshawa, Peterborough. Paris, Toronto. Whitby, Osh Weekend. That's the way it works next week. On behalf of JVI Productions, I'm Lance Wynn. We'll see you next time.